Good evening, everyone. I'm Reverend Pamela M. Pinckney Butts, Apostolate. I'm the daughter of Charles E. Jackson Pinckney and Dr. Betty K. Butts Pinckney, attorney at law. I am a presidential candidate for this United States of America 2020 election. The reason you have not seen my campaign shown via the proper channels is because I'm being discriminated against and my constitutional, civil, human, and international rights are violated. I am currently a victim of human and sexual trafficking. So are my children and my grandchildren. This has been covered up by the mainstream media. It's been covered up by the legal authorities, the courts, the law enforcement agencies, and the other channels, including the radio stations. Radio One has been fully aware of this since 2002, as well as Gannett Press and the mainstream media channels such as NBC, CNN, CBS, and all the other mainstream media channels. I would love if you would vote for me, and I would love for your support, and I would love to have this addressed. My children and I have been going through this for many, many years. My children were stolen from a school and told that I had given them away on October the 10th, 2002, with my civil protection order in place that I received from Cuyahoga County Judge Cheryl S. Carner and Magistrate Joan Pellegrin after her husband, Joan Pellegrin's husband, Joseph Zone, messed up one of my domestic violence cases of my children and I being victims. This matter has crossed multiple jurisdictions and has caused many, many difficulties for many, many people. As I stated, my dad is Charles E. Jackson Pinckney, the former council president for Warrensville Heights, Ohio, who ran for mayor in the 60s before any of the other people ran against Raymond J. Grabo or the other mayors that have taken place. And my mom is the former chief of staff for the late Congresswoman Stephanie Tubbs Jones, who's also her sorority sister of Delta Sigma Theta. I don't know where to begin with this discussion with you because it's so challenging. Not only did they steal my babies from the school and tell them I had given them away in Washington Township, Indianapolis, Indiana, with my civil protection order in place, they held me hostage and held me there until they came and robbed me of my 2-year-old son, then denied me my legal rights in the courts. Joseph Biden and the Bidens, Obamas, and Clintons are fully aware of this situation. As a matter of fact, when I ran for office in 2008, a month before the election, I was beat up and tortured and thrown in Cuyahoga County Jail, strapped to a device, given a suicide blanket, told to kill myself. And my birthday changed, and it was documented on paper, race unknown. So they're fully aware. A deal was made between the Clintons and the Obamas under the leadership of the Biden, who was, of course, Mr. Obama's vice president, that if the Clintons helped the Obamas, then the Obamas would help the Clintons. Later on, and I guess Mr. Biden was in charge of all of this because he's the elder out of them. As for Mr. Trump and the rest of these people whose money is being spent to blind you and distract you and not let you know the real issues that are taking place, this is a real issue. They messed up my children's lives, and my children never had any type of criminal history, neither did I, until they stole my babies. Neither did they have any chemical problems until the Department of Children and Family Services put drugs in my children after being told not to by a psychologist and a psychiatrist that they didn't need any medication. They put them in them anyway. Cuyahoga County Council up under this current leadership and previous leadership, has refused to address this on my behalf. Because this matter, some of it began in Cuyahoga County, not all of it. Cuyahoga County, Ohio, just in case somebody else wants to claim that there's another one. See, the electoral process is not fair. It does not offer equal opportunities. I've heard on the news today about people addressing females in other countries and their rights. Well, I'm right here in America and mine are violated, and not one person is stepping up to the plate on my behalf to address this for me. I am your presidential candidate for the United States of America, and I've been attending many, many meetings on your behalf and concerns. And what have I done as a preacher and a presidential candidate on your behalf? Equal employment opportunities have come to the forefront. Other opportunities have come forward. I have provided and implemented fair and equal opportunities of employment, education, transportation, as well as hospitalization concerns. I have addressed the concern and the welfare of the incarcerated, mass incarceration, environmental issues, the abuse and neglect of the disabled, the abuse and neglect of the mentally ill, the abuse and neglect of the elderly and the youth. I have created opportunities for all of those categories for people to have fair opportunities and to be treated fairly and equal opportunities. In this human and sexual trafficking component that I am currently a victim of, I've been forced to live in unclean, uninhabitable conditions, unsafe conditions, with HUD money being spent for me to do so. HUD, the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development money. But I want your vote, and I want to hear your voice to correct this. My candidate identification number is P00008839, and my committee identification number is C00691907. I am a candidate. This is my fourth election, and each one I have been denied fair opportunities. And I challenge you, I call to task each of you who claim to be my parents' friends, how you do this to my children, my grandchildren, and me, and you profess to be my parents' friends. Family members too. I don't know. To find a friend is a rare thing and a difficult thing. And I don't call you our friends, because you wouldn't do this to a true friend or family. I'm Reverend Pamela Pinckney Butts, presidential candidate for the United States of America for the 2020 election. And my phone number is 1216-548-0820. That's my cell. Don't call me with solicitation, harassment, attempts to bully me, and doing other things on my telephone, including distractions. Don't call me unless you're ready to do what needs to be done for this country so we can have reasonable negotiations and relationships with other nations. Thank you very much. Today is the second day of March, 2020. We got a lot of work to do. In here, the red, the white, the black, and the blue.